I thought about talking about my Bigfoot encounter, which I'm not even a Bigfoot believer, really, but I just really can't explain what happened this day. I went with my friend. We swam. We have this cabin on the river, fucking good old cabin on the river, and all my other friends had either passed out or left, and it's just me and my one friend awake, and we're still drunk trying to do something. So we swim across the river. We don't have a fucking phone because you can't swim across the water with your phone. And we want to get up on top of this cliff that we've been fucking staring at. It's across the river of the cabin, but we're not going to be able to go there with a it's around 2:30, 3 in the morning, and we're not going to be able to go there with a flashlight or anything. We just got to go up there with our own eyeballs. And we go up there, we start walking up this hill. Once we swim across the river to get up on this cliff, and we're walking through fucking barbed wire. We ended up with cuts all over our legs. Like, we both have shorts on, obviously. It's in the middle of summer, and we end up with cuts all over our legs the next day. But we're fucking in a drunken stupor. We're trying to get up on top of this cliff. And we gotta like zigzag our way up there because we can't see shit. Like, it's fucking wooded on top of this cliff and on the way up there, and we literally cannot see shit. We can tell how high we're going by looking at the cabin lights across the river. That's like the only light and a little bit of moonlight that's out. And we're just looking, we're going, walking back up to the side, like walking up towards the cliff, being like, all right, we're this high up that looks like we got a ways to go. Like, all right, we're this high up. We need to go a little bit higher. We're only looking at the cabin lights across the fucking way, across the rivers, telling how high we are. Once we get up to a certain point, we're just fucking like calling it quits. Like, it looks like there's still some more up there, but we gotta give up. Like, this is good enough. Like, we're pretty high. Like, this looks good, and we're just taking it in. We don't even have time to take it in before we start hearing footsteps behind us, and I'm getting goosebumps right now talking about this, but we're taking it in, just staring at the cabin, just staring at the sky, and we don't even have a minute to take it in. We hear footsteps behind us. We're not thinking anything of it. We're just thinking it's a deer or something, but the footsteps are getting closer and closer. And the footsteps are heavy. They sound like easily like whatever is walking is on 2 feet for sure. That is for sure. It's on 2 feet. And it sounded big, like 300 pounds. Easily, like maybe more. Like, I have no idea. It just sounded like a big figure, a big presence walking towards us. And we don't think anything of it at first, just footsteps, but it's getting closer and closer. And this is coming from dark, wooded area. It had no light at all. If it was the owner of the land on the other side of the river, that owner would have needed a flashlight to see it. He's not seeing through the wooded area to get there. Like, even if he knows the land, like, he'd be worried about walking off the cliff. Wouldn't be able to see there in the first place. Like, he would need a flashlight. It was so dark that night, like, walking through this wooded area, and whatever it was that was walking towards us, it could just see us perfectly. It felt like it could see us as it walked towards us, and it just boom, 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 like crunch, like with the leaves, and it just walked within fucking 10 to 20 feet of us and then just stopped. And we can't see we can't see it because we're on the edge of the cliff. We're like getting down at this point. We're fucking like, I'm on the ground. I don't know if crouched down or fully on the ground with me, but I'm fully on the ground, like ready to fucking like a pounce on whatever is fucking coming up on us, because I don't even know what I thought it was at the time. I was just like, my instincts just took over and I was ready to attack, like whatever it was. But it just stopped and stared at us and didn't say anything. I couldn't even hear it breathing. Like, if it was a bear, I feel like I could hear it breathing. And my friend to this day still, I hit him up the other day, just because this is a year ago now. Hit him up a month ago. Hey, what do you think that was? Like, do you have any explanation? He has no explanation at all. I thought it could have been a bear maybe, but like, can't explain a bear because like we would have heard it. It just seems like we would have heard it. It may have been a bear, but it got within so close of us, you'd think that you would hear it breathing. We never heard it breathing at all. And so it's within 10, 20 feet of us and stopped, stares. Me and Kate were looking at each other. I gotta bleep that out, I guess. But me and my friend are looking at each other like we don't know what to do, and it just slowly starts walking away. Crunch, crunch, and it just sounds heavy as fuck, and just slowly walks away, gets within probably 40 feet, and then just stops. Don't hear it again. Don't hear it again for the rest of the night. No more footsteps. Me and my friend get up, slowly start walking down the cliff. We don't even really say anything. We're just like, we gotta get down. We gotta get down. And then just sort of like, it just feels like it's watching us as we slowly go back down this cliff, and we can't see shit in the fucking woods at all. We would not know if it was watching us the whole time it went down. And that was the fucking scariest part about going down, was we had no idea if it was watching us. And I gotta bleep that out again. Me and my friend, we like, it felt demonic. It felt like a demonic presence. It's some crazy shit to say, but it just felt like it felt like it was watching us. Like it felt so heavy. It sounded so heavy as it was walking towards us, and it never heard footsteps after it walked away about 40 feet. Never heard a footstep again. We were getting out of there, but we'd never heard it again. So yeah, that's my Bigfoot encounter. You can call it whatever it was. It could have been a bear. Could have been Bigfoot.